Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joanne. If you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm just doing day in the life videos. I work from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 kids and baby number 4 here. That's actually due. I'm actually due in a month. So I'm just kind of, taking you guys on my life and my journey. And I would just love for you guys to be a part of that. But today I wanted to do a breastfeeding video. I know a lot of moms, especially first-time moms, struggle with what they really need to buy. And when you actually are at the hospital, there's like lactation specialists. They're very helpful. But the reality is they don't go home with you, And not only that, it's like they basically show you just how to put your baby on your breast, but they don't they basically show you how to put your baby on the breast, but they don't tell you all the essential things that you need. So I cried and I told my husband, like, I feel like a horrible mom. And I didn't even know about postpartum depression. So it was like not only me not breastfeeding, but the postpartum was like a whole nother thing. So I was severely depressed. I was so sad. I was like, I didn't know what was wrong. I went to my doctor. I had to do a follow-up appointment. And she's like, she mentioned postpartum, but she didn't go into detail. So I didn't really know what that was. So on top of like, not being able to consistently breastfeed, here I am dealing with postpartum. And, I just had so much regret. Like, man, I wish I would have done my research because I automatically had to put them on formula. And that was a whole nother situation too, because it's like, what formula do you buy? And I soon found out that my son had like allergies with the one we had. So we had to switch to like 2-3 different ones. And mind you, formula is like $40 a can. So to buy one of those cans and then he's not eating it, it was a lie. And I was like, oh, only if I could have breastfed. So I just want to show you guys the essentials of things that from my second to my third and now to my fourth, that I will continue doing. Because when I had my daughter, my second born, I was more prepared. I wasn't like super prepared, but I was like, okay, I know I need this and let me try this. And so I breastfed her for 3 months. And then with my 1-year-old, I breastfed her for 6 months. So, and that's actually what I plan on doing with this pregnancy is breastfeeding for at least 6 months, because by the time your baby's 4 or 5 months, they're eating oatmeal, you're introducing them to solids. So you could still continue breastfeed as long as you want. If I could go a year, 2 years, I would love to do that. But I work from home. I'm the primary caretaker of my kids. My husband is a truck driver, so he's like on the road. So he's not really able to, help. So it's pretty much just me. So but it's a lot, because when I pump every 2 to 3 hours, and I have like a timer on my phone. And not only do I have a timer on my phone to breastfeed, but then I have a timer on my phone to remind me to eat. Because if you're not eating and you're breast pumping, you will literally pass out. And that happened to me with my daughter. I woke up one morning and I don't know what was going through my mind. I think I was just so overwhelmed with life at that moment that I forgot to eat breakfast. So I just went straight to pumping, and I literally was on the phone with my mom, because my mom's like, okay, she was checking on me, obviously a lot, what moms do, right? And I remember being on the phone with her and I was so lightheaded. And I was like, Mom, like, I'm feeling so dizzy. I don't know what's wrong. And she's like, first thing she said, did you eat? And I was like, oh my goodness. And it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I had been up since like 6:37 with my daughter. And I don't know why I didn't eat. I woke up, I pumped, and here it is a few hours later, I'm pumping again. Still didn't eat breakfast. So it was a lot. And I learned a lot from breastfeeding with her. Just trying to stay consistent, eating, making sure you wash everything, wash the flanges and all that. It's a lot. It literally feels like a full-time job, just pumping, taking care of the baby, doing your normal routine. And at the time I had 2 under 2. So that was a lot too, because my son was still, he was like transitioning to, like, he was in pull-ups. So it's like, I was still watching him, and I'm going, this is another one I'm doing, I have 2 under 2 now. When he's born, my daughter is going to be 14 months. So once again, I'm going to have 2 under 2, but I'm so looking forward to it. But let me get into the video. So I did a lot of research on the breast pumps. There's so many ones, but I really just, I was like, you know what, I really need a good one. So I ended up ordering this one on Amazon. It actually comes with this bag, and it comes with a cooler to store your breast milk in, which I think is cool, because if you're at the hospital and you just want to like kind of pump and put your breast milk bags in here, and then just kind of put this in the freezer instead of just laying out your breast milk bags. So this is something that I brought to the hospital. So I was just pumping and kind of stacking them up in here. So when I left, we just kind of grabbed this, and then it kept it cool because it's a little cooler. So on our way home, all the breast milk was still frozen. So here's the breast pump I ended up going with. It's the Spectra. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's the Spectra S1. I think it's the S1 now that I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure it's the S1. If anything, I'll just, at the end of the video, I'll just do a screenshot of where I bought it on Amazon. But it comes with this. It comes with, the pump plug. It comes with the charging battery, the charger. And I think this is really cool because I just take it with me to the hospital and everything's already in my bag. I don't have to worry about getting a bag and, doing all that. I love this breast pump because it has like a night light too. So at night when I was pumping, I would just turn on the little light, and it was just enough for me to see, what I was doing. And then I didn't have to wake up my husband with the lamp or anything like that. I love it because it pumps great. It charges really well. And if I really want to, if I need to get up, I just unplug this. And then I could just take this with my flanges and walk around the house with it. So I'm not like stuck to the wall or anything like that. But it never gave me an issue. When it charges for hours, really. Like I would go sometimes going into day 2 without charging it. And it just lasts a long time. It's easy to travel with. Like when I had to go to my doctor's appointments and I had to pump in the car, I would just take this with me and pump, and it was right there. I didn't have to worry about like anything else. There's a lot more breast pumps that come out. I really wanted to do the hands-free one. I forgot what it's called, but they're pretty expensive. And like I said, this one works, and I'm home anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like I don't really go out, especially with my baby the first 3 months. Outside of doctor's appointments, that's the only thing I do. But this breast pump is like my favorite. So I ended up ordering the bottles that actually go with the pump because I have the old ones. They're still good. It's pretty much the same thing, but I just wanted fresh ones. So this is the pumps that come with it. It actually comes with this. There's a whole set. So that's why I said I'm going to include it at the end of the video, because to me it was like a good deal because it came with like everything. So, but yeah, I just ordered the bottles again. Something that I would recommend too. I have this one and I have one now for a boy. This is like a 2-in-1. So this, you just pretty much put your head through this right here and pull it all the way down, and then while you're breast pumping or breastfeeding, you're covered. Because my kids, they would just come in the room or not knock on the door when I was pumping, so I just didn't want them to see me. So I would always have this. Or even when family came over and I knew I had to breastfeed, this was something I have. And the thing I love about this is it's very wide at the ends, and I got this one on Amazon too, so I'll actually put that link below. But look how, like, this is so big on the bottom, and I love it because for me it's for all sizes. But what I do with this too, and what it's actually made for as well, is to cover your baby's car seat. So if you're like, I live in Florida, it's always raining. It could be sunshine during the day and then rain in the middle of nowhere. So this covers the baby's car seat, and you could still see the baby through this little hole. So, and I've used this so many times in the rain. It's come in handy. I literally keep it in whatever bag I bring. Like if I bring it in bring my purse, bring in the diaper bag, this is in there. Because I'm like, you just never know. Because there was times in the beginning when we first took our daughter out that it was pouring down rain, and my husband's like, how are we gonna get her to the car? because she's gonna be soaked. So, you know, even though we had an umbrella, it was like, you know, trying to manage the umbrella and the stroller. But like I said, I just put this on the stroller, and then I actually closed the hole. I just kind of tighten the hole like this, and then it gets wet, and she was just dry, and it was just perfect. I was like, oh my goodness. So I have another one. It's an arrow. It's gray with an arrow, you know, for a boy. So I'll use that for him. And I actually didn't mention this, but there's so many colors, so many different ones. And I think you could get this. I seen this at Marshall's. I think it was $7.99, but I had already had it. But I was surprised to see it there because I had not seen it at other stores that I was shopping at. So the next thing, actually, I ordered these two. These are the flanges. Another important thing, this is 24 millimeters. Check your sizes. That's something that I didn't know. So when I got this, when I ordered my breast pump, it actually had two sizes. I think it's 24, and I can't remember the other size. I was using the smaller one, not realizing that I was like, man, I'm starting to feel a little pain, because sometimes I wasn't pumping exactly at 2.5 hours or 3 hours, so my breast will get enlarged. So when I was pumping, I was like, it kind of hurt. And I was like, what? So my husband said, Joanne, there's these bigger ones. There's bigger flanges. And what I mean by flanges is this circle part here that goes around your nipple. You know, and I was like, oh my goodness. And it made a difference. So I ordered, you know, this again, just because, like I said, I wanted everything fresh. I still have my old ones, and they're washed and everything like that, but I just wanted to get new ones. But that's another thing too. Just check the size, because I think there's like 6-7 sizes to this particular breast pump. I'm not sure if it's like that for all of them, but I know this one. So a lot of people in the comment section was like, oh my goodness, I had no idea that there were bigger sizes or even smaller sizes. Some people had this and it was too big for them. So yeah, that's another tip. So this is very, very, very important. The nipple cream. Oh my goodness. This is the brand that I use. It's called Earth Mama. I got it at Walmart, but I think they have it at Target, and it's on Amazon too. I love this. I absolutely love it. Lancino has one too. I think that one's good. But this one right here, it's just, oh, it's not only, it smells so good too. I want to open it. But you just rub it like on your, like usually what I do is I rub it after like every breastfeeding or every time I pump, and I just wipe my my breast like with a cloth, like a wet cloth, and then I pat dry it, and then I rub this. I know I'm gonna need another one, but I just got one for now. This right around the areola. Oh, it makes a difference. Like your nipple's not sore. You don't even with cracks, you don't have to really deal with that. So I really enjoy that. So with that being said, when I had my firstborn, my son, I didn't do much research because my assumption was that, you know, you just put the baby on your breast. My sister's a doctor, so she's like, make sure they give you a breast pump there, just like the manual breast pumps. And she's like, you know, asking me if I had certain things, but she was asking me this while I was at the hospital. I had her just given birth. And I was telling her I was like struggling, and she's like, you didn't do any research. I was like, no. She's like, why didn't you ask me? So she had two kids. My nephew, her second born, wasn't breastfed for a while, but she did have some essentials. So she just assumed that I knew. And I was like, no, I didn't know. I didn't know what I was thinking. I just went there and I was like, I just assumed everyone, you know, the lactation specialists and the nurses were just going to guide me through it, and I was going to be fine. No. So it was torture for me, my first pregnancy, because dealing with breastfeeding. So I went home with my son and I cried. I literally cried for like the first 2 weeks, and I gave up. I literally gave up. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. So like I said, there's my my older kids there. But I really love this. I'm pretty sure there's probably other good ones, but I tried the Lancino one. It worked well, but I felt like when my nipples were cracked, it just wasn't like treating it quick. Like this right here, I feel like as soon as I rubbed it, I could feel the soothing, oh, that's my my baby girl. But so that's why I like this. And it's organic too, which I didn't even realize that it was. And it says it right there at the bottom, soothing balm for dry skin. Because when your baby, you know, is on you, when they get off, you literally are like, oh my goodness, if you feel like they kind of suck the life out of you. But this, like I said, this is a must have right here. Must have this nipple cream. So another thing that's very, very important is a breastfeeding bra. The one that I have, I'm actually going to insert a clip at the end of this video of the brand that I get on Amazon. But this one right here, it's an extra large. I think I get extra large. There's like, it goes all the way up. There's multiple sizes. I get extra large because I'm pretty sure like if I'm like a medium, but I get an extra large because I really, your breasts are so enlarged, you know, so a medium wouldn't work for me because that's like my regular size. So I just go 2 sizes up just to give me that room. You need this because when you're at the hospital, you have nurses coming in your room like every 2 hours to check up on you. That's a whole nother video because it wasn't like that for me. But the good hospitals, the nurses will keep, you know, keep checking on you, and they're supposed to come every 2 hours. And if there's a nurse that's switching shifts, they're supposed to come in and let you know, hey, I'm leaving, this nurse is coming in. But they just knock on your door and just pretty much open your door. So which is fine, because after you have a baby, you really don't care. You don't care who comes to really look at you. But these have these clips here. You just take them off and you pull it down, get your, you know, your breasts out ready to pump. And like I said, you could just put this over you too while you're doing that. So, and then it snaps back, and it's so soft. Like, this is so soft. You could actually take these paddings off, which I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do it all of them, just half of them. I like the padding on there because if I'm going somewhere with my baby, it kind of supports, like if I do have that dripping, that's happened to me a few times where my nipples were dripping, because the more you breastfeed, the more you produce milk. So that's actually how you keep your milk supply. You keep the baby on your breast. If you're pumping, that helps too, but then you have to pump like frequently. So you can't pump 6 hours. It's not going to work, because then it's pretty much supply and demand. So your body is demanding this and you have to supply it. So it's just keeping them on. Like I said in the beginning, what I do is I would pump as soon as my baby would breastfeed. I would wait like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I would pump, and I would get like 6 to 8 ounces stored in the freezer, and then I would pump again. So, but and there was times like I was so drained. 3 months in, I was like, oh, I told my husband, I can't do it. So drained, even though I was saying I couldn't do it, but I was doing it, right? And as soon as I would go a few hours without pumping, my supply was so low. Like I would pump and I would get an ounce. And I'm like, oh no. So I would like, get back down half. And if anything, if I didn't see an increase after 2-3 pumps, I would put her right on my breast. And I'm telling you, the supply would come. Like my breast would get enlarged. I'm telling you, it works. Just keep your baby on your breast. Be consistent. Know that you're giving your baby the nutrients that they need. Formula does not give them that. But don't beat yourself up if you're struggling, especially first-time moms, because it is overwhelming and it takes a lot out of you. And if you're that mom that's like limited on time, and like, oh, I'm going to be home for 3 months and I got to get back to work, do what you can in those 3 months. I was happy to have breastfed my son for 2 weeks. And even though it may not seem like anything, I knew it was something, but do what you can, because it is exhausting. It's very exhausting. But when you're looking at when I look at my daughters and I look at my son, and I look at, just their health, like they really haven't had any health issues, nothing. And something that I noticed all their pediatricians said was, were they breastfed, And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, those are the nutrients the baby needs, especially those first 3 months. So just try your best, don't give up. If you could get these essentials, get it. So another thing I did mention was the nursing pads. These are the ones that I have. I think I got them from Target, if not Walmart. The disposable nursing pads, leak protection day and night. You could get the Lancino brand too. This is like the cheaper brand, but I don't know if you guys could see the picture of them. They're like just a circle pad, and you just put them like right on top of your nipple when you're running an errand. If you know you're gonna be like traveling or out for like longer than, let's say, the 2 hours that you plan to pump, have this, because your breast will, you know, it would, that breast milk leaks through. It leaks through your bra, leaks through your shirt. So that's the last thing, but this catches everything. So I highly recommend the nursing pads. Like I said, I think there's like 2 other brands that have them. This one comes in 60 count. You could hear that you know, how much is in here. It's really, really full. It's really good. So definitely recommend these leak protection pads. This is the brand of breast milk bags, storage bags that I use, and it's just the Lancino brand. There's 100 in here. I think it's $15.99 for 100. On Amazon, I just ordered one on Amazon. It's $200, I think, for $25. So I ordered that one too. It's still Lancino. I like these bags, if you could tell like how long they are, because when you get your which I don't have here, my, what is it called, my milk warmer, bottle warmer, this just, you know, it slides in. I think they have ones that are like long, so it wouldn't really work. I don't know, but this is the one that I like, because, you know, I lay my bags flat in my freezer, and then I just take it out and then put it in the bottle warmer. I got this new brand. I'm gonna test it out. I don't know if it's good. I had the Dr. Brown's brand, and it broke after 2 months, and it was a struggle because I didn't know what brand to get. I wasn't really finding a lot of brands that warm breast milk. So I had to struggle with that one. It was just like I had to unplug it, plug it back in, like consistently. So it would take me like 7 minutes just to defrost a bag. So, but I knew when my daughter would wake up, if I didn't have a bottle ready for her, which I didn't, because I didn't keep like a bottle warmer next to me, which I'm gonna do this time. But that's something good to have. So a bottle, a breast milk warmer, you definitely need that. So another thing is these breastfeeding pillows. You can find them anywhere. This one I think I got from Burlington. I don't use it anymore. I still have it because I found out I was pregnant so soon. I was gonna get rid of pretty much everything, but comes in handy. I'm still gonna use this one. I'm not gonna change the cover to a boy cover because he's gonna be here. I'm pretty much breastfeeding at home, so I didn't really see the need. But these are a must-have, especially at the hospital. Bring that with you to the hospital, because you're in so much pain, so you need that support. You're not going to be like holding the baby because, you know, you don't know what's going to happen to you. So you just want to be as comfortable as you can. This one just goes around you, and it just gives you that support, and it gives baby the support too. You know, you're not struggling to hold the baby. You just lay the baby on top of that soft pillow and, you know, put your baby on your breast. So I would highly recommend having that as well. But these are pretty much my essentials. This is pretty much what I usually have. Nipple cream, my pump, you know, my bags, you know, just whatever makes your life easier. But I just want to encourage all moms, just don't give up. Try your best. Don't let anyone beat you down if you feel like, hey, I'm just not producing. Oh, another thing that I'm surprised I don't have is, well, actually, it's actually coming tomorrow, is I don't know if it's called breast milk cookies. A lot now, there's like breast milk brownies to help in produce more milk. But there's these oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, which already sounds good, right? From Walmart. I bought them for the whole 6 months. And I'm telling you, not only were they good, like they're healthy, but I do feel like they did help, because when my supply was low from not being consistent certain weeks, I was tearing up those cookies and as a snack, and I could see my milk producing as well, like the next pump. So I'm going to insert a clip of that as well. Those cookies. I did order online. I think on Instagram, I had ordered from this company. I forgot what they're called, like Mama's Milk or something like that. They had really delicious brownies and cookies. So I ended up ordering both. But when I ordered it, I had my supply had already went up. I was just panicking. So I was like, oh, let me just order this. But their stuff was good too. And it's funny, they still email me. So I don't know if I might just buy something from them just to support them, because it is from like, they just start the company. It was just like a mom who started the company. But that was a good alternative too. When I didn't want to eat the cookies that I was buying, I was like, oh, let me get some brownies. So these, like I said, these are my essentials. This is the stuff that I primarily get, have done since 2 to now baby number 4. So just, whatever, like I said, whatever works for you, just do that. Don't beat yourself down. Don't feel like, oh, I can't do it. Try your best and try to be consistent. That milk will come. The first time I breastfed my daughter, my second child, I wasn't producing. I was panicking. I wanted to give up a month in. I was like, I don't know how to get the supply going. And I just kept pumping and kept pumping and kept putting on. And I kind of just learned on my own. So just push yourself, do what you can. It's going to work out for you. Like I said, get all of this stuff if you need to. Get a great pump. Whatever you feel like, whatever pump will work for you, get it. Make sure you have the right bra. Make sure you do not want cracked nipples. Another thing too, I will add, now that I'm thinking about it, because I still have to get these things. I think that's why I'm like not really, One more thing that I would say is there's the nipple cooling pads, which is from Lancino. They have cooling pads. So even if you feel like, because you will feel sore. You will feel sore. Your nipples crack so bad. Get these cooling pads, the nipple gel cooling pads. You're going to find that. Just Google it. Breastfeeding nipple gel pads, whatever. I think there's 2 or 3 different brands. Lancino has this purple one. It's really good. And then there's one that's white that you just put the gel. You just take the, the back off and you put the gel on. And it soothes your nipples right away. So if you're going through that too, and then that's another fear for moms. They're like, oh, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to be in that pain. But there's ways to soothe. And just think about your baby. You're giving your baby the best nutrients coming from you. And it's a moment. When I put them on my breast, it's like I feel like I'm having this moment. Your baby's looking into your eyes, you're supplying. It's a great feeling, and it's actually motivating. So whatever you could do, if you need to get a rocking chair, get a rocking chair. I pretty much sat on my couch and reclined my legs up, and I just would pump and relax there. Rocking chairs are good. Whatever area you feel comfortable in, do that. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, comment down below. If if there's anything that you're looking for that you want to ask me about, let me know. But these are like I said, my essentials. These are things that I have, and these are things that have worked for me. But do your research, see what works for you, and just keep going. You got this. And yeah, shout out to all the moms to be, 2023. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys. Hey, guys, I just wanted to show you the bras that I was talking about in my video. This is I guess it's called Lately. It's from Amazon. This is how the bras look. Let me actually pick them up. But I have it in nude and black. I just got them on Amazon. I have them in ignore all this is our closet, but I got them in extra large. I'm so happy I did, because they're very comfortable, and I feel like I could adjust. So I could adjust it to my likeness, but right now they're kind of like really loose, which I love, because when you're breastfeeding, you don't want like tight fitting bra on you. And the thing I love about these, not only are they comfortable, they're soft, but there's no wires in them either. So shout out to no wires, especially when you're breastfeeding. You don't want anything piercing in your back or your chest or anything like that. So I got a pack, I think it's 6 in here, 2 nudes and 4 blacks. This is like another one I had from Amazon. This is really good too, but this one I think it's a large because I got extra large in the beginning and then I started to lose weight. So the extra large was just like way too big, like it wasn't supporting, wasn't doing anything. So that one's a large. So I'm still keeping, you know, I still kept those. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that part of the breastfeeding vlog. And I'm actually in here because I'm washing the head support for the Arduna stroller. So I wanted to just get everything washed. I'm trying to get everything washed and everything put away and organized. I just got like another dresser to organize my daughter's stuff and his stuff in like an enclosed drawer. So I'll do like a little video on the setup or insert it, like what I'm doing. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the bras because these are great bras and they have like these little clips here. So you just kind of unclip this comes off. It, like, you know, you could pull it down and you know, just get your breast out ready, and then when you're done, put it back up. So happy about that. So happy it came in on time because I needed that. So yeah, but I'll go through everything else. Something I forgot to add is drinking this pineapple coconut actually helps the increase of your breast milk supply. Coconut really helps with that. This is what I always have. I actually still have it. I actually just bought a whole bunch of these from Publix. They have like a deal going on, but this is something I just wanted to add in this video because it's very, very important. Not only is it, like it says, superior hydration, but that coconut really helps increase your breast milk supply. So definitely have this while you're breastfeeding.